you today? I am going to show you a really great, and it's awesome for summertime recipe. It's really easy and it's mostly raw vegetables. We have a little bit of steamed vegetables, and I'm going to add some shrimp that I have already steamed and peeled. So it's a salsa shrimp soup. It's cold, and I'm going to do it Maryland style, and if I have any Marylanders watching out there, you know that we like Old Bay on our seafood. So today I'm going to show you the healthy way of making this soup that I have been introduced to by my great friend Bert Magana, who also happens to make the best guacamole I have ever had. So he makes a soup similar to this, and so this is inspired by his recipe, and it is similar but a little healthier. Sorry, Bert. Anyway, okay, so I'm going to start out by making like a broth in the blender. And I have a high-speed blender, so I'm not exactly sure how easy it's going to be for you to do it in a regular blender. I'm sure you can do it. It just might take a little longer. So I just added about 3 cups of water. This amount here is going to serve probably close to 8 people. This is, how many? This is about 6 real small carrots. So you could do 3 medium carrots, 6 small carrots. Add them to the blender just like that. And then I already cut into quarters 3 medium to large tomatoes, some kind of medium-ish, but. And I'm going to add those, and all I'm going to do is quickly blend it. Like I said, it won't take very long on this blender. Probably less than 30 seconds. And then I'm just going to take this, like I said, this broth and pour it in my serving bowl. Maybe you have a deeper dish bowl than I do, but this is all I've got. It's technically a pasta bowl. But anyway, there you go. Okay, so the next step is to plug in my what do you call that thing? A food processor. The next step is to make, it's basically like a salsa. I'm going to add more tomatoes. So this was 1 tomato cut up, and you know, as you know, tomatoes are super rich in lycopene. This is 2 pints of these little grape tomatoes. That might be equivalent to like 4 large tomatoes. So you can do it with a little less. It just won't make quite as much. This is a chunky part of the soup, and like I said, it's really similar to salsa. I'm going to add a bunch of cilantro, and if you see my cultured salsa video, then you'll know that cilantro is really good against heavy metals, so it's a great detoxifier. So I'm going to put that in there. I'm not going to add my salt, which I would typically do with salsa, because I'm going to add it to the soup anyway. This is about 1/4 of an onion, so, and I kind of cubed it up. I guess those are cubes. I'm going to add that. And that's it for now. Typically in my sauce I would add lime and I would add salt, but I'm going to add that to the soup, so it doesn't matter. And I'm going to pulse it a little bit just to keep everything down. Nice and easy, right? Alright, so in the bowl it goes. Oh, it smells good. It already smells so good. Now, like I said, this soup was inspired by my friend Bert, but I kind of changed it up a little bit because I was also really thinking about this Bloody Mary that I had in Ocean City, Maryland. And what they did is add green beans and crab meat. So now I'm not going to add crab meat, but I am adding green beans and corn. I already lightly steamed this, so I did lightly steam the green beans and the corn. And I'm just going to pour them right in. Other than that, all the vegetables are raw. I also diced up about 1/2 of a cucumber, and cucumbers are really good for you, as you know. They're rich in a mineral called silica, and that's great. It's a precursor to collagen, which you know is great for skin, but it's not just the skin that you see, it's also all the tissue inside. So it's like all your blood vessels, the health of your arteries, things like that. So, and in addition to that, it's really rich in vitamin K. So I'm going to add my diced cucumber, and then I'm going to squeeze my lime in there. And this is 1 lime, the juice of 1 lime. And 1 second, I'll move some things out of the way so I can bring the soup in front. Lime and the tomato, really good and rich in vitamin C. I'm going to add my salt, and I'm going to, I would say roughly a tablespoon of salt. This is sea salt. And I'm going to add about the same amount of Old Bay. For those of you who aren't from Maryland, I can't tell you exactly what's in Old Bay. It's celery salt, which is salt and celery, and then other spices, which include red pepper, black pepper, and paprika. So I'm not sure if there's any other secrets in there, is that other spices, but this is a spicy kind of hot, and we do our Maryland crabs this way. So I'm going to put about a tablespoon of Old Bay in there. You can add a little more if you like. And I forgot one ingredient. And that is hot sauce. So like a Bloody Mary would have Tabasco, well, this is a spicy hot sauce, like buffalo wing sauce kind of. And my recipe calls for about a tablespoon. You can do a little more if you like to. I'm not going to do much because I want the kids to eat it, which my boys like it, but my daughter doesn't. I could put a tablespoon or more just in my own bowl. So you can add more if you want. I always forget to bring something. So I'm going to stir this up a little bit, and then I'm just going to, man, it smells great. I'm going to, if you're going to serve this to guests and you want it to look real pretty, you can make your shrimp around the edge, really nice. This is 2 pounds of shrimp, and like I said, I steamed it and peeled it ahead of time. You could always save time by just getting the shrimp cocktail already peeled for yourself. I don't, the one thing I don't do is buy farm-raised shrimp, so I do look for wild-caught shrimp in some waters that have at least a decent reputation. So I am going to add my shrimp to the edges, and I'll put the rest in the middle. And it serves up looking so pretty. I'm just going to sprinkle a little more Old Bay in the middle to make it look nice and spicy. And that's simple as pie. It's delicious. It's a cold soup. You could always serve, you could always get all this already ahead of time if you're going to have guests. It's awesome for the summer. You can add more green beans. If you want to change it up, you could add lump crab meat. That would be really good. You could garnish it with avocados. They're very fresh on top of this. So there's a lot of variations you can do with this soup, but it's delicious. So enjoy. Thank you very much for watching.